Hi, everybody. I'm Hayley.
And I'm Kayli.
And we're reviewing Lowlifes.
Yes. I've been rewatching Bob's Burgers. And so there's like the song that goes low ride, take it easy. But they said boy ride. And so now every time I hear low lives, which is still nothing the same, I say boy ride. Dun, dun. Anyways, yes. Today we're talking about the Tubi original Lowlifes.
Yes.
It came out this year and it's shaking everybody up. They said, wow, Tubi came out with a good movie. Never heard of her.
What's going on? This is my first Tubi movie.
Tubi original.
Well, and I've never used this app. I had no idea really what this was. I just saw a bunch of really cheesy film coming from it. And people were just like, they were like, this is so bad, but it's kind of good. But I never got into it. And I didn't realize they had a ton of other movies too. I really didn't know exactly what Tubi was. So
you're missing out for sure.
Clearly, because it's all free. You know, they have commercials in there. So
and that's like, what's unfortunate.
Whatever. But I mean, there are subscriptions you pay for that have commercials. So when I heard that there is a Tubi original that was good. Really good and a horror one, because you know horror can be real sketchy sometimes.
Yep.
We had to watch it for Halloween.
Ooh, that's right.
Season.
Hope you like the background. This is also just how my house kind of looks.
24/7. It's Halloween in here year round.
Thank you. We're just a bunch of spooky ghouls and goblins. But yes, so we're getting into the spooky season with Lowlifes. So basically this movie is about a family on an RV road trip and they run across a redneck hillbilly family and things ensue. Spoilers ahead.
I will say, if you have not seen this movie and might be interested in watching this movie, please do not continue past this point.
I agree.
Go watch it, come back, because we're going to spoil it. This movie is best watched not knowing what the hell's going on.
For sure.
So,
absolutely.
do not continue. Go away.
Turn around. And then, come back. Right back, please.
Please.
But yeah, we're definitely going to spoil it. So, let's get into it. Hayley, what did you think?
I thought this movie was fun. Not fun.
Oh.
Obviously murder. But I really enjoyed
I like murder.
the
It's
twist.
fun.
It's fun. It's a good time. I like the twist a lot. I kind of saw it coming a little bit. Only because in the very beginning, it's like this uppity, high class, upper middle class white family. And so these countrymen come out who are being really weird, by the way. They're being very sketch.
Yes.
So I don't blame the uppity family. Do we know their last name? What are we going to give them? So there is no last name for this family, but for all purposes of this review, we're going to call them the Jeffersons.
Sure.
Sounds really high class, I think. I don't know. What's really unclass?
What's your last name?
Oh. I don't know.
Anyways.
We'll just call them the country family.
Oh, they're the Clearys.
The Clearys. So when we first see the Jeffersons, they are just kind of chilling, eating. And literally, I was watching it with James, and he was like, that meat looks disgusting. I don't know if you've gone back, but James, before we even finished, he was like, what are they cooking? He's like, that meat looks trash. And I was like, yeah, it does look weird. Like it was this weird pink meat that just didn't look like beef or chicken or anything like that. But we're like, okay, whatever. It's just, we're moving on. But then when we saw the two guys come up, the dad of the Jeffersons family, the two guys are being very clearly weird.
Right.
He was way too calm. So I was like, something's up. Either A, he's really bad at acting.
Yeah.
And he's just not scared. Well... Or I was like, something is going on.
Right.
So that's why when I first was like, that's odd, because the dad didn't seem shaking it up for me. He was just like, all right, are we done here, guys? And I'm like,
yeah.
He doesn't seem like, for a nerdy, rich white man, he didn't seem like he was.
It's true.
You know what I'm saying?
It's true.
So that's when I got my first inkling.
Yeah.
But then, boom, when we got that little twist, I was like, I like where we're going with this.
I agree.
This is interesting.
I thought that they were odd. I didn't think are we saying the twist already?
Might as well.
They're cannibals.
The Jeffersons are cannibalistic.
They're the Lowlifes.
Sadistic murderers who run around the country
as
where
a
they
family.
can find people as a unit.
It's great.
To find unsuspecting country folk that they feel no one's going to care about. They take, eat them, and they go home. They do this, once a year?
I guess so, yeah.
Unless they're doing this throughout the year. I'm not sure. But it seems like this is their once a year family vacation.
Yep.
Funtivity.
I think so. But yeah, I didn't think the cannibalism was happening. I didn't pay attention to the meat at all. But it was like a weird, they're like, oh, Amy used to love this. And Tristan was like, love what? Going on an RV trip? I was like, that is a little strange.
But I mean, sometimes the camping, the family time, used to love being with us. That's what I thought. But That's what much more sense.
Yeah. I thought maybe they were killers, but I wasn't suspecting that they were eating them.
No, that was crazy.
Yeah. No, that was
But
pretty
then
cool.
the son, and then I thought it was weird the son gave him the candy bar in the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, why is he going all the way up there? They just made a super
weird thing about his sister.
comment.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can say it, but about his sister. And I'm like, y'all are just going to go up there and give him chocolate? I'm like, what are y'all doing?
Yeah, it was weird. It was a very weird interaction overall.
It was. So were those two guys? Because we find out it seems like the real evil is the Jeffersons, not the Clearys.
Right.
But the two men, Billy and whoever,
Vern.
yeah, those two, are they not kind of evil and weird?
I see.
They were being real weird. So
Yeah.
I'm like, are these supposed to be actual good guys, or are they just not great but they're not bad? Because I'm like, I understand making the inappropriate jokes towards the daughter of the Jeffersons, implying that they were going to assault her in some way.
Yeah.
I just was like, okay, they're clearly
Not great.
bad.
But not
But
bad
not-
in the way that the Jeffersons are.
I'm like, so I didn't know if the movie just did that to just really throw you off.
I think that's what it was.
But I did feel like the movie needed to somehow explain away their odd first
weirdness.
interaction. Either they are kind of evil or they're not, and things were just misinterpreted. I don't know. But then even the whole interaction when the Jeffersons had left them and got back on the road and they met up with those two guys again. Yeah. They had the two countrymen had a shotgun. They're being really weird.
They have stuff
We
in the
need you to
back
take
of
it.
the
Yes,
bed.
there's like
Yeah.
bloodied stuff in the back of the bin,
Which
which we
we
never find out what that
yeah.
is. So it did seem very odd. Like these men were really up to no good. But then it's like, just kidding.
Yeah.
So I just didn't get that unless they really were up to no good and they just met their match and their poor unsuspecting family back at the house.
Didn't know.
But what I thought that the Clearys back at the house, I thought they were all going to be crazy. It was going to be one crazy family clash.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted. Which
Honestly,
it
that
wasn't.
would have been intense.
But yeah, like if you found out that these country people were actually just crazy, they don't care. But
Yeah.
then they met the Jeffersons and then it's like this match of like,
I would have
they're
liked
both
that
trying to
a
kill
little
people.
bit more.
I personally thought, like, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Both these families are crazy.
Yeah.
But no, the poor country family was like, sure, you can stay with us when the Jeffersons came over. So I think that was my only thing is I kind of was a little bit let down with how things played out towards the end when the Clearys were supposed to be good, I guess, except for the two cousin brothers, whatever they were.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think Billy's related to that family. I think Vern is just a friend.
Okay. So maybe Vern's just,
Weird.
I guess.
I don't know, because then he had a whole thing with the cop too. I was like,
Literally
this
was
is
like,
a lot of aggression.
He was like, I'd rather sit out here.
He said, I'd rather
in the cold
die. I
Not
was like,
even
"No."
in his car. He was just sitting outside his vehicle.
Yeah, and so I thought that was a ploy too. Like they were just saying that their car broke down, but it seemed like it actually did happen.
That's why I'm like, okay, well, we need to explain away why they were so aggressive in the beginning. Are they just aggressive? Is Vern just happened to be kind of aggressive? Am I supposed to root for him at the end? I don't know, because he seems like he's not really a good guy. I don't know.
Yeah, because maybe like all of this aggression could also be because they're stressed because their cousin or friend or whatever is missing. That's who they're looking for. So maybe that's why he's acting weird. That maybe, I don't really know. I feel like they were really just trying to subvert our expectations. And so they're like, here's a crazy redneck family. Psych, they're just normal
Just
people.
kidding. We got you. But like no real explanation to the dramatic aggression from those Billy and Vern.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So I wasn't expecting like the whole family effort behind it. So it was it was a cool twist in the beginning.
it was. And
so,
it would definitely, because when we first started watching this movie, we're like, oh, brother.
No, yeah.
I was like, y'all said this movie was good.
No,
I'm
same.
like, this is going down a bad start. And then as soon as it got going and the twist happened, and I'm like, all right, that was good.
No, that's how I felt too. I was like, this is giving very Tubi.
I was like, oh no, this family's about to get got.
Yeah.
Then as soon as Billy was like, this looks like my cousin's Earl, whatever.
Yeah, he's like, all the letters are backwards.
He was
blah,
like,
blah,
no,
blah.
I know this. And he was like, huh?
Yeah.
And the son said, ka-cha.
Ooh, got him.
Got him. Poor
then-
Paul.
Poor Paul, indeed.
This is why you don't let people in your house. I'm sorry.
Not him making a joke. He said, what do you think? They're going to kill us one by one and then burn the place down?
Yes.
Oh, we love foreshadowing.
We do.
Wow,
We knew that
love
was
it.
happening.
Yeah, for sure.
And Big Mac, he could have been, I don't know why Big Mac lost. He literally, that's what I hate about some of these movies. My biggest thing about this film is like people were not doing what I needed them to do.
Yeah.
Like Big Mac, he was sick. I get it, but he was clearly bigger than the son. He muscled the son. The son
Multiple times.
Yes, multiple times. He just didn't double tap.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's like they were hesitant. I'm like, I'm sorry. If you're trying to kill me, I'm going to make sure that you cannot get up.
For sure.
Even if I break both your legs or pull your arms off, I don't know what it is, but he just like let him be there, and then he got God.
That's what I wanted. I wanted him to die then, because like it was like Big Mac hit him or whatever, and he fell back, and then Big Mac was like, "Oh no!" Like he thought he killed the kid.
I'm like, and
then he's like, "Oh man,
oh
we're
no!"
like,
I'm like,
"Boy."
he's trying to stab you. This kid is crazy. I mean, I guess you're a little bit in shock, but I'm like,
Yeah.
Okay, come on.
Because I feel like it would have been cooler if, like, he would have died then, like the little kid, and then it would have been, like, a little uneven.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So now they're like, oh, shit, like, now they're, like, onto us. But he's also sick, so it might have been easier to take out by the dad.
Probably.
I feel like it would have been better that way, but instead it was more of, like, a teenager rebellion thing, where, like, the little kid was, like, not doing what he's supposed to do.
Exactly. And the dad was like, I'm proud of you, son.
Yeah, he said, wink.
Can we talk about the mom's hesitation?
What
I
was
was
going
a
on
little
with the mom?
confused. So it was implied that the medication she was taking was making her not want to do this
And
anymore.
what were the meds?
But what are the medication?
Who
What are we
gave them to
talking
her?
about? I think I was a little confused. I get somebody being hesitant to do this anymore, but I feel like y'all been doing this for years as a family unit. She seemed a way too like, guys, not anymore.
Yeah.
And she took the pills in the beginning. So I'm like,
Yeah.
are the pills making her this way? Why is she taking the pills? What are these pills for? Are they
Did she have an exit plan? I think that's what it was.
maybe?
Because do you get a divorce in this case, or do you just kill him? Because I was
Yeah, I
thinking
can't-
that
yeah.
she was going to murder the husband at one point. Whenever she
get rid of him?
Yeah, whenever he had Julianne, I thought she was going to go and kill him, but then instead Savannah killed her with
Yeah.
the arrow.
Yes.
But this is what I'm thinking. So obviously this is like the dad's thing, right? Like,
Yeah.
because the
The
daughter
son,
was
low-key.
like, this is your hobby, blah, blah, blah. He's like, hobby, this is who we are, blah, blah, blah. Right. So this is what I'm thinking. I think Keith and Kathleen met, right? And he cooked dinner for her one night and was like, what'd you think of the steak? It was great, honey. What was it? Oh, you're never going to believe it was human.
And she goes, I'm glad you said that
Right.
because
Like, how
check
do
my
you,
shit out. Yeah.
You know, like, how do you introduce that to like your wife or your future
I don't know
partner?
how you figure that out.
That you like to eat humans together
Unless
and kill
they got
folks?
married and didn't do it, and then they started
doing it
doing
together.
it together. I
Yeah.
have no idea. 'Cause
Honestly,
I don't
pretty intense. But that's love.
know. Is it?
I think that's in the
I don't have
vows,
enough
right?
love for that. I'm
in
sorry.
sickness and in health, when
No.
killing people and when not.
That's crazy. You can go.
Yeah, no. I just want to know how that was introduced. I would love to know what that
How that family
conversation
unit,
was.
like the kid. I guess the kids would just be raised on it, but
Right, but
at
then-
no point the kids were like, "Mommy and Daddy eat people." But I guess
Yeah.
people, oh, kids, they said the
They
darndest
whole-
thing.
right. You can't believe them.
Yeah.
So I think it was. I wish we had a little bit more backstory on how this even became a thing, but it is a Tubi original, so let me not ask for too
Maybe
much.
we can't have for everything.
It's true,
But yeah,
I
I
just
do
wanted
wish-
to know what the pills were.
I wanted a little more background on the mom. 'Cause
Yeah.
I get her being just not, maybe
Into
she's
it.
not into it anymore. But I need the reason. If you're gonna throw the pills in there, I need to know what the pills are. Because
Yeah.
you didn't need the pills for all that. She could
No,
just not want to
no.
do it. But he's
Yeah.
like, these pills are making you feel this way, and he threw them and was mad. And I'm like, we just didn't go anywhere with that. She was gonna kill somebody then, and then she gets killed. So like, we just don't go anywhere with that. So
Yeah.
I do wish we had that
Because she didn't kill anybody the entire movie. So I wonder if she was like slowly trying to,
to get out of it.
yeah, and take her kids with her. Maybe not her son. I think he's a lost cause.
No, her son is his son gotta
Jeffrey is
go.
crazy.
The men gotta go.
Yeah.
Can we talk about how Savannah didn't do what she needed to do? They're going to show this badass archer talking about, oh, these are survivalists, the Clearys. That's why I thought it was going to be a battle of the families. Like, these people should be hunting out here. They live off the land. They don't have a phone line. They share one cell phone. Like, you're telling me these people don't know how to fight or at least sense things? I'm so sorry. They showed Savannah like, and
she
like,
had all those
as a
trophies.
foreshadowing. She had trophies, all this
Yeah.
shit. And then at the end, she shoots one bow.
And that's
one
it.
arrow, or shoots one arrow.
Yeah.
Hits the mom. Does not shoot anybody else in the damn house.
Because the way I would have been,
The way I would have lit it up in there.
right.
And
Call me
then-
Lord of the Rings, bitch.
That's what I'm saying. So she decides to go through the second window of the house.
Yeah.
When she comes in, the son hears her. So they have a little fight. And we don't really see what happens, but we see Savannah come downstairs with the son as a threat, putting a knife to his throat.
Right.
What she should have done is kill him.
Right then and there.
Right then and there. We
Yep.
don't need to bring him down. She should have killed that son upstairs.
And then had the head roll out.
And
Wouldn't that have
then
been
surprise
great?
attack.
Exactly.
Because my thing is, her bow and arrow in this situation is the equivalent of a gun. None of the the Jeffersons,
Yeah.
none of them have guns. Okay, they're knives blazing. So you're telling me she couldn't have killed the son, come down in the kitchen, shoot an arrow, shoot another arrow.
Yeah.
She could have shot those so fast they don't have time to run up on her.
Yeah.
Saved her sister and left.
Yep.
But she came downstairs with the son. Got muscled,
Yep.
got kidnapped. They continue to get tortured.
Well,
you
what
know.
happened is he threatened her sister.
Exactly. I'm
Yeah.
like, don't give them time.
You can't do that.
To do that. Like, you're killing
And even
me.
so, I was also hoping that maybe Jeffrey would have like felt some type of way because he almost died and his dad looked like he didn't give a shit. So I was hoping like maybe Jeffrey would have like been like, Dad, fuck you. Like, I'm not going to help you.
Yeah.
But nothing came
No.
of it. I was like, ugh, this is kind of like, it was
just
fun.
violence at this point. Stuff just
Yeah.
keeps happening.
Yeah.
But it seemed like there was no real thought sometimes behind some of
Yeah.
it because it didn't make sense.
Yeah.
I needed Savannah to be a little more badass. I know she was high on drugs, but I feel like she was still making decisions that somebody who was high can't do. So I'm like, well, she's doing all this.
Yeah.
Let's just make her have smarter decisions. Like, I don't know. It just didn't make sense to me.
But can we talk about how the demise of the dad was homophobia?
I mean, I think that was kind of the joke.
I was like,
He said, we draw the line.
not him. He was like, the wife died, right? And then he was like, she's gone, Amy. Shut the fuck up. Your wife died. And then she's like, yeah, you should ask her what she does with her fingers. We had sex. He said,
no.
my daughter's a
Not my
lesbian.
daughter. I said, sir, we got bigger fish to fry. And not that really getting to him.
No, it really
They
did.
really had a family fight in the middle of killing folks
Yeah.
over this. He said, Blair's not a man.
Girl, when did you ever think Blair was
Be
a
serious. That's
I
actually
thought you
insane.
were embarrassed of us slightly.
Well, yes.
Probably.
Two things can
We
be true.
Eat people.
No,
so.
that's actually insane.
And the fact that she said, I'd rather eat pee than people. That was great. Iconic line.
It
Put
was
it on
good.
a shirt.
Honestly, yes. She
But-
said, I'm out of this family. I'm not like y'all.
At
I'm
all.
different.
Anyways.
Yeah. But, and that also kind of confused me too. Like I'm not expecting those two girls to fall in love and be
Yeah.
together forever, obviously, with the circumstance. But I guess at the end, I'm like, okay. Because the final girl ended up being
Her.
the main character, Amy.
Yeah. Which I
And-
knew was going to happen. Because as soon as the cop was on the way, I was like, ah, shit. He's going to fuck something up.
Yeah.
And he did. Because
But I mean, so what did the ending mean? She
What
just gets
was-
away with it?
Yeah.
She just goes into the sunset and they never catch her?
well, that was like her dream was to like not be around her family, all the people that she's supposed to love. And so she could be happy and do mundane things. Which I'm like, I'm pretty sure you do. Besides like the one time a year where y'all go killing folks, I think you just do like regular stuff, right?
I guess so. I guess I was just trying to see if there was supposed to be some kind of character growth
No.
or anything. I mean,
No.
it doesn't have to be, but I'm like, okay, so did we learn something? Did this character learn anything? But it seemed like she just kind of reverted because she was like, you messed with the wrong family. I'm like, no, you messed with the wrong.
Yeah.
But I get it.
because
She's
like
mad
it
her mom
seemed
died.
like she had like a crisis when she was like, Dad, this is your fault. We were supposed to be doing this to drifters and people who
Yeah.
didn't matter. And now we're attacking families like us. So she did have like a moment of realization that like these are just normal people. But then it like quickly went away when she's like, you outed me, you bitch, which fair. But I mean,
But
if I'm about to die,
You're
I'm
literally
outed
torturing
you.
my sister
So
and trying to torture me and
sorry.
making us.
No longer an ally whenever you're forcing me to eat folks.
You're out of the group. But no, like making the sister Julianne trying to make her eat her dead
boyfriend
you just murdered. That is crazy.
Can we also talk about the iconic part where she stabs that man's eye with the fork and he
said, "I like eyes
eats it?
anyway." That's crazy.
Insane.
It was very violent. I was like, "Oh my god, I can't. This is too much." Cutting off fingers. He's like eating her finger in front of her, and I'm
Yep.
like, "This is too much.
Yeah,
this
that
is
was
way
crazy.
too much." He
She
needed
said
a much
finger
slower death.
food or thumb food.
Oh god, I was like, "This is terrible."
Great dad
Terribly
joke
good.
all the way around. Yeah, but the ending, I expected her to kind of get away with it, but I wasn't expecting her to just kill the cop too. I was like, oh.
I guess so, because she probably figured out they'd find out eventually.
Yeah.
Because she had to get rid of the RV. The
Yeah.
RV clearly has 2 dead bodies in there. I think 3.
Yeah, probably.
So I guess that she realized somehow I'm going to have to take this RV and run because that will
Yeah.
be all the evidence. And then it just looks like the Clearys did something.
Yeah.
But how they're going to explain why the girl's missing and the RV's missing, I have no idea. So, but maybe she was like, this doesn't look good. They're going to figure it out eventually. Because Paul is in the bedroom with the axe in his head.
Yeah.
And he was asleep. Like, clearly he was not up and running around trying to kill
That's
anybody.
true.
So,
So they're gonna have to figure it out sooner or later. But not the cop automatically being against them. He said they're not usually violent, but crazy things happen when you're out of nowhere.
I mean, you never know. He was about to not
Sorry.
go. He said, I got a distress call. Should I go? I'm like, what do you mean, should I go?
said,
Do y'all get a bunch of fake distress calls all the time?
Right.
That's
Probably,
crazy. Maybe. I'm like, I don't
Yeah.
have anything better to do, but I feel like as a police officer, if you get a distress call, you should see what this
probably.
distress is.
Because he said it's 45 minutes away.
He said,
45.
I'm like, how big is y'all's county line?
Girl. And I was wondering how long Vern was going to take. I was like, Vern when
took
are you?
forever. Had Vern just gotten back a long time ago, we wouldn't be in this. He was the only one with a shotgun, not
Yeah.
using it.
Yeah.
Do you remember at one point he's literally holding the shotgun and he was
Yeah.
not shooting? He'd
Oh,
already
yeah.
like added
It was
another
a
bullet.
little kid too.
and
that
he was just
couldn't
like,
shoot. Yeah.
I'm like, ugh.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hope well, I don't hope I'm ever in this situation, but I'm like, I don't know if it's because you get stunned, but I hope, if God forbid, if I'm ever in a position like that, I'm not sitting here
just
like
shooting folks.
hesitating.
Boom, boom, boom,
I'm
boom.
sorry. I'll figure it out later.
For sure.
Pop, 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 pop.
I'll figure it out later.
No, we'll figure it out later. I just have to shoot. Because guess what happens if you don't shoot? They take the gun, now you're dead.
Yep.
So I think that's my irritation with a lot of movies is I feel like, is there no reason they can't do smarter battle scenes? Because I feel like there are so many dumb things done throughout it. It's just, I'm like, oh my God, I hate this. Like, I can't even get into this because it doesn't seem like this is what a normal person would do.
Yeah.
But maybe not. Maybe
I
assuming.
feel like Your Next did a really good job where she like just busted into her survival instincts and started just fucking
and it
shit
made
up.
sense why she was living, and she set up good traps. Like I could see why somebody would get got. I like that. I like when they do smart scenes, like where they're the conflict violence scenes or fighting, because then when you just have people tripping and falling and they're not shooting the gun, and I'm just like, okay, well, she's not using her bow and arrow. She's at once. Don't show me that she's like some kind of best in show arrow girl, and then she like Katniss Everdeen.
Yeah.
She shoots one arrow and that's it for the rest, and she comes out with a knife. Bitch, where's your weapon of choice? What are you doing?
Yeah.
Arrows are really you could kill everybody in 2 seconds, and you could easily explain what's going on. Like, what do you? I don't know. Yeah, I think I was just a little disappointed because I wanted like a good fight. I was ready for the way they set him up. I'm like, oh shit. And maybe that's the point. Maybe the point of the film is that your expectations, the stereotype, you think that the country family that's off on the grid would be the violent one, but really it's the uppity family. So I kind of also was thinking, was that it? I mean, obviously it's a commentary. The show, it's called Lowlifes. So obviously the uppity family
are the Lowlifes.
Yes. And they think that they're better than because of where they come from, and they're taking advantage of marginalized people or people who the drifters or may not have anybody. But they're really they're the monsters in the end. So I don't know if they're trying to set it up like that.
I think that's
maybe, but I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll see.
But I did watch an interview. This was like co-directed, and like these people had never worked together before, but they worked at the same production company. So when Tubi was like, "Hey, do y'all want to make a movie?" And they're like, "Sure." And so they went together.
Okay.
And this was their directorial debut of like a feature-length film. So pretty cool. But then, I think what I understood was that they had like 2 weeks to start filming. So like they got the project and then they had to like immediately start working on it and immediately start filming.
So the script was already written though.
The script was already written. They
it.
didn't, they're like, the people interviewing them, they're like, did you want a different ending? Because they're like, I can't believe she lives at the end, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, well, we just really didn't have time to like do any rewrites or anything. Like, we had to just kind of get going.
Go with the flow.
So,
yeah.
I think for what it was and for it being a Tubi original, it's not a bad film. I think it's a fun time. Yeah. I think it's goofy, silly, but I think if they had a little bit more time to like cook with it, they could have made it a little bit more intriguing, especially like the final fight scene, like you're saying, like if the Clearys end up actually being able to, like, even if they weren't unhinged, but maybe because they're out in the country, they know how to do things. They know how to kill things. They know how to, right.
Yeah.
So like, it would have been more interesting if Savannah actually did shit rather than just shoot one arrow, sneaking through her window and call the cops.
Yeah. And then not kill anybody else after that.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I mean,
because the way I would have been murking, you have that little boy, he's dead.
He's dead.
He should have been dead a long time ago. He got lucky 3 times with Billy in the van, with Big Mac outside, and with her. There's no way. He should have been dead.
Yeah.
But, R.I.P. to the mom. I don't.
Yeah.
She just. This life ain't for me anymore.
Ma'am, you got to step up. Just say you're sick and don't go on this damn trip.
Right. Actually, honey, how about you just go?
I don't know, guys. Maybe we shouldn't do this anymore. Ma'am, you were in the middle of a murder spree. Now's not the time.
Right. This isn't a regular vacation where you can be like, guys.
Let's turn around.
Right.
No, ma'am. You're in the middle of federal crimes. Okay. Crimes against humanity.
Yes.
Suck it up. Continue and deal with it later. But
yeah. But anyways, what would you give this movie, Hayley?
I say for the movie that it is, a horror film.
Yeah.
I say like a 3.5 out of 5. I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. I mean, there were things here and there. Obviously, we went into it, but I think overall, I like the twist. I think that it definitely did well at switching and confusing our expectations for the movie. And I didn't really know what was going to happen. So it may not have ended exactly how I like, but I think overall, I think it was well done. Yeah. It's like a dark comedy horror. Like I liked it. What about you?
I give it a 3 out of 5. I think it was fun for what it was. Basically everything that you
Yeah.
said. I didn't expect them to be cannibals, so that was kind of fun.
That was fun. A fun twist, if you will.
It took way too long for them to find the fucking eyeball. I was like, nobody else goes to the bathroom?
Yeah, and I feel like nothing much happened with it. Because by the time she found the eyeball, it's not like, I thought somebody was going to find the eyeball a lot sooner.
Me too.
And then be like,
What the fuck?
and then they would start knowing something's up and they would start getting prepared.
Yep.
But she found it when like 3 people had already died. I'm
Yeah.
like, who cares now that she found the eyeball?
Right.
So I agree with that.
And then
as well. Yeah.
so she found the eyeball, screamed, and that's immediately when she got captured.
And she got
by the
captured.
dad.
There was
Yeah.
no build up for that at
Nothing.
all. Because she was about to get got anyway,
Yeah.
whether or not there was an eyeball. So that was kind of dumb.
So I wish maybe what they should have taken out was like the poisoning thing, because like them just vomiting was not fun for me. Like
No, it was so boring. Boo. I wanted
Yeah.
a fight. But I
Yeah.
think that's because we wanted that fight.
yeah.
But they weren't going to get it because they were chowing on
Yeah.
chocolate. I'm sorry. That kid was creepy. I'm not eating nothing that he has.
You want some
This was chocolate? What the heck? No.
The way you looking? No.
Absolutely
My boy
not.
was over here fucking Wolverining up that man. He said,
He was. I was like, absolutely
He's
not.
having
No,
too
chocolate
much
from you? Absolutely not.
no. But yeah, overall, I think for what it was, I think it was a great time. I would love to see, more Tubi originals be like this. I want the fun. I want the camp. You're telling me this girl said I'd rather eat than people?
We're here for that.
Ally, for sure.
Ally.
Well, it's the month of October. We're getting spooky. We're getting scared. We're getting a little silly. So keep your eyes peeled. But don't let them pop out.
That might end up near a toilet. We're done.
But yes, keep your eyes peeled for more content coming your way. We have an Instagram at Hayley and Kayli. We also have a TikTok at Hayley and Kayli where you can find more content as well. Hayley, what else do we have?
You can watch it on YouTube if you're not already here at Hayley and Kayli, and you can email us at presspodcast@gmail.com.
Yes. But yes, next time we're talking about something scary. Stay tuned.
Stay spooky.
Great. I like the spooky fingers.
You like that? It's like spirit fingers, but you
But-
just redirect them.
And they're ooh.
Versatile. Versatile. Hi, everybody. I'm Hayley.
And I'm Kayli.
And today we're reviewing
Lowlifes.
Lowlifes. Lowlife? How many?
Multiple.
Lowlifes. Lowlives. Lowlifes.
One more time.
Wait, low life? Low live.
Lowlives.
Thank you.
One more time.